So welcome to lesson 2 of capital budgeting. Lesson 2 of capital budgeting. So under lesson 2, we shall talk about the second appraisal technique and then discounting, and that is the payback period. So we are going to talk about payback period. So we shall go to define what is payback period. Then we do computation of payback period, where we have an annuity cash flow, and in the case where we have an annuity cash flow. So we shall consider those two items. So let us start. So payback period refers to the time taken by a particular project in order to recover its the total cost. So the time taken to recover its cost by a project is what we call the payback period. So time taken by a project in order to recover its cost. So we are at part B now. Payback period. Payback period. And we say refers the time taken. Refers to the time taken. The time taken. The time taken by a project. By a project to recover its initial cost. Recover its initial, or its initial outlay. So the time taken by a project to recover its cost is what we call the payback period. In this case, we shall consider two types of annuity. So number one, where we have the annuity cash flow. So we are saying we shall consider two types of cash flows. Sorry, two types of cash flows. So annuity cash flow. So how do you calculate payback period? Payback period and the annuity is equal to total initial outlay, total initial cost of the outlay. We divide it with the annual cash flow. Annual cash flows. Number B, non-annuity cash flow. Non-annuity cash flows. So payback period. Payback period. We have two formula. So here kwanza ni years before full recovery plus unrecovered amount over next year cash flow. Next year cash flow. Or let us see, we shall confirm if it is giving us the same answer. Payback period. Years before recovery. Years before recovery plus now we can do with this. We can take the capital. Capital is our cost. Capital is the initial cost. Nasema the word initial. Ama let's use initial cost. Initial cost minus lower limit over upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit minus lower limit. Then you multiply with the 12. So hata hapo unaweza multiply, hapa pia una multiply na 12. In that order. So let's see an example. Illustration. So we are going to use an illustration. Before we do a question from our past paper, because we have only one question from our past paper. Consider the following two mutual exclusive projects. Consider the following two mutually exclusive projects. So consider the following two mutually exclusive projects. And then on Tuambia we have initial outlay project ni mbili. We have Umoja na Upendo. So project 1 is Umoja, the other one is Upendo. So tunaanza na initial outlay or the initial cost. This one is 1 million, and the other one is also 1 million. And then we have cash flows. So from years. So year 1, 2, 3, 4 mpaka year 5. Imefika 5. Sawa sawa, ndika hapo iko sawa. So ya kwanza ni the first one ni 200,000. 200,000. Number 4, 200,000. And number 5, 200,000. So those are for Umoja, the cash flow for Umoja, 200,000 each from year 1 to year 5. Then the other one, it is changing. We have 600,000. Then after 600,000, we have 300,000. 300,000 year 2. Year 3, 400,000. Then 100,000. Then ya mwisho 50,000. So required, determine the payback period of the two projects. Required, advise the management on the best projects. So advise the management on best projects. So required, advise the management on best project using payback period. Payback period. PBB. Supposed to be PBB. Kwa naandika nini hapa? Payback period, PBB. Payback period, PBP. PBP. Payback period, PBP. So tunafanyia the other side. So let us see the solution. So solution number 1, tuanze na Umoja. So Umoja, because the cash flows, ukiona the cash flow from year 1 to 5 is the same. 200,000, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. Meaning that cash flow is an annuity. They are the same. So payback period in this case, will be the total cost, which is our total cost, which is the year initial 1 million divided by the cash flow, which is 200,000. So this one is 5 years. Number B, let us do for Upendo. Now Upendo, when you check the cash flows, 600, 300, 400, so the cash flows are irregular, meaning they are not the same. Now in this case, we use this formula. This one, you can use this one or this one, whichever method you choose. So what you do, you come up with your cash flows. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So cash flows, unaandika hapo cash flows. And then hapo unaandika cumulative cash flows. So tunaandika 600, then 300, then 400, then 100, then 50. Now let us get the cumulative. Let's get the cumulative. Sorry. Cumulative now, so the first one itakuwa 600,000. We add the second one, so 600,000 plus 300,000, which is 900,000, plus 400,000, which is 1,300,000, plus 100,000 in 1,400,000, then plus 50,000 one for 50,000. Now, at which period should we recover our cost? Remember, our cost is 1 million. So we can recover our cost at this point, 900,000, because tukienda mbele tumeshapita 1 million, so we cannot recover it at this point. So ni kwa 900. So tunasema payback period, so payback period, the years before full recovery, So we can recover our amount 1 million at 900,000, but we cannot recover this amount at 1.3. Remember 1.3 hapa, it is more than our cost, so haiwezi kuwa hii, so ni yenye juu yake 900,000. So the year before recovery ndio hiyo hapo, which is ndio hiyo 2 plus initial cost, sorry, unrecovered amount. So to recover 900, so how much is remaining to be recovered? So remember, unrecovered amount is the difference between what we have recovered, 900,000, this one 900,000, we compare with our cost. So how much is unrecovered? So we have recovered 900,000, but we are supposed to recover 1 million. So unrecovered amount is 100,000. You divide it with the next year's cash flow. Next year's cash flow ni year 3, which is the hapa 400,000. And remember, not forget to multiply with 12. So acha tuone, so 100,000 divided by 400,000 times 12. So this is 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. So 2 years and 3 months. So 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. We can try and use this other formula. The other formula here chini. Let us use this one. Tutapata the same figure. So hii ya kwanza tumepata hii. Tunaweza ifanyia tu hapa payback period. The years before recovery ni kama kawaida ni 2. Hapa the initial cost ni 1 million. 1 million. Lower limit, so tuna recover at this point. Remember, we're recovering at this point. So kumaanisha we have the higher lower limit, and we have chini yake the lower limit. Now the lower limit is 900,000, but the upper limit chini yake ni 1.3 minus 900,000. So how much would that figure be if we do it? Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ni 1 million. So ya kwanza itakuwa ni 2 plus 100,000. So remember times 12. So itakuwa 100,000 over 13, 1.3 minus 9 ni 400,000 times 12. Tatupatia tu the same answer. So tumerudi hapo. So 1.3 hiyo ni minus 900, which is that is correct. So itatupatia the same answer, 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. So you can use that one also. 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. Now let us go to our past paper now. We can go back to our past paper and do a question. So if you go to our past paper, that is this sitting. Where is it? Utaipata kweli? Yes, meipata. May 2016. May 2016 question number 1B. May 2016. May 2016 question number 1B. May 2016 1B. So let me read it. A firm is considering the following projects. So we have the projects there. Project A, Baka project D. The operating cost is 15%. Now I'm interested in part A peke yake. Rank the project using payback period. So let's start with the project A. Project A. Project A. So tukiangalia project A, year 0. So we have years. Then we have cash flows. So at year 0 ni 1 million. Then we have year 1 mpaka 2 na 3. 1, 2 and 3. So 50,000. 50,000. Then year 3 wanatuambia ni dash. So from that one, let us start with that one. We are supposed to compute payback period. So sorry, 500,000. This is supposed to be 500,000. Year 3 hakuna. Now what will be the payback period? So this one ukiangalia at year 0. So anything at year 0 is the cost. It's the initial cost. So anything at year 0 is the initial cost. You need to know that one. Any at year 0, the initial cost. Then year 1 and 2, those are the cash flow. Now when you check these two cash flows, they are the same. Kumaanisha we use this formula, payback period for the annuity. So tunasema payback period is equal to 1 million divided with one of the cash flows. So kumaanisha 2 years. 2 years. Let's go to project number B. Project number B. Project B. So we have the years and the cash flows. Year 0, which is 1 million. 1 million. So year 1, the cash flow hakuna. We don't have any cash flow at year 1. At year 2 is 650,000. Then at year 3 is 850,000. So we are required to determine the payback period. Now in this case, we need to come up with cumulative. So hapa bila kuambiwa, you come up with cumulative because the cash flows are not the same. Cash flows are not the same. So in that case, you come up with a cumulative cash flow. Cumulative cash flow. So let us come up with a cumulative cash flow. So at year 1, so tunaanza na year 1 ni dash. So hakuna year 2 dash plus hii inakuwa ni 650,000. Then 650,000 plus 850,000. So this one is 1,500. 1,500. Now, years of recovery. Remember, we are supposed to recover 1 million. So the year of recovery ni hapa katikati. So ni this one, year 2. So payback period, ifanyie hapa. Payback period ni year 2 plus. Now the initial cost ni 1 million. Let me use the upper formula. Minus the lower amount ni 650,000. Sivyo, 650,000. Remember to times by 12. Haya. Over the lower limit ni 1.5. Minus the lower limit 650,000. So we can do it. So kumaanisha itakuwa ni 2 plus 1 million minus 650,000, that is 350,000 over 1.5 minus 650, which is 850 times 12. So hii itakuwa how many years? So 350,000 minus divided by the 850 times 12. So this is 2 months, 2 years, and 5 months, and 5 months. So that's project number B. Project C. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So initial cost tunajua ni 1 million. 1 million. Yeah, 0. Then you have 300, 500, 300,000, 500,000, and then 1 million. 1 million. Okay. So let us see. We need to find the, so because the cash flows are not the same kutoka hapa kwenda chini, we need to find the cumulative. So this one will be 300,000 plus 500 itakuwa ni 800,000. Then that one itakuwa ni 1800,000. Haya, year of recovery ni year 2. So tunasema ni 2 plus year of recovery. The cost ni 1 million. We less the upper limit, which is 800,000 over the upper limit 1.8 minus the lower limit, which is 800,000 times 12. So itakuwa how many years? So this one will be 2 plus 200,000 over 1 million times 12. So itakuwa ngapi? Let us see. So 200,000 divided by 1 million times 12. This one is 2 years. 2 years. 2 years and 2 months. Tumalizia mwisho project, the last project. That is project number D. Project D. Project D, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1 million. 1 million. The initial cost at year 0. So get to year 0, jua that is the cost. Then 800, 400, 800,000, 400,000, 800, 400, and 400. 400,000. Now, cumulative cash flow 800,000, 1,200, and then 1,600. Now, when are we recovering? So to recover hapa year 1. So we are recovering at year 1. So payback period ni year 1 plus the cost, which is 1 million initial cost, ndio hapo at year 0. So our lower limit ni 800, the year of recovery 800,000 divided by the upper limit ni 1,200. 1,200 minus 800,000 times 12. So the payback period itakuwa ni 1 plus, so itakuwa ni 200,000 over, so 1.2 minus 800,000, which is 400,000, times 12. So itakuwa ni 1 year, and so 200 divided by 400,000 times 12, and 6 months. Now you are to give advice. So walikuwa wametuambia hapo, give advice, rank the project. So we are supposed to rank the best project. So we are supposed to rank the project. So allow me to rank it here. Because of space. So rank, and then hapa ni pay back period. So we have project 1 project. So we have project according to the rank tunaweza kuwa na how many project 1 2 3 4. So rank ni either tulikuwa na number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Now we did not give decision criteria. So let us give decision criteria hapa before we rank. So you may notice we did not give decision criteria, not criterion. Now the decision criterion, the shorter the payback period, the shorter the payback period, the better the project. So the sooner we recover our cost, the better the project. So the sooner we recover our cost, the better the project. Now in this case, this one requires 2 years. We shall take 2 years to recover our cost. This one 2 years 5 months. This one 2 years 2 months. This one is 1 year 1 month. So to answer, this one is the best one. So D. Project actually project. Then about payback period. So D, which inachukua 1 month, 1 year, and 6 months. 1 year and 6 months. Yeah. The next best project is project C. Reason why? Because inachukua 2 years. 2 years, and this one project A is the best because inachukua 2 years. Sharp. Then after the next best project is project C because inachukua 2 years 2 months. 2 years and 2 months. Then the worst project ni project B, which inachukua 2 years and 5 months to recover the cost. 2 years and 5 months. 2 years and 5 months. 2 years and 5 months. So we shall start from discounting technique. So tomorrow we complete the discounting technique. So that's all about it for today. So we meet tomorrow. We do lesson 3 of the capital budgeting decision. So for now, we call it an end for today's class for payback period class. So when we meet for discounting technique, we shall consider the discounted payback period, the profitability index, then the IRR, the internal rate of return, then the MIRR, that's the modified internal rate of return. Then once we do that one, we shall find another class. We do the replacement analysis. And that one is under options. So capital budgeting, but the option. So we have the replacement, we have the options, we have the abandonment, and so on. So those are others which we shall do it later. But for now, let us concentrate with this one. So you can look for another question before 2015. So, but up from 2015 up to 2024, I think this is the only question for payback period which you can find in your past paper. So that is all about it for today. So memorize on that. Let us meet in our next class, lesson 3 actually. We do the discounting technique or the modern technique. discounting technique or the modern technique. For now, it's a goodbye.